Hello children, welcome to science class. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. Let's begin our science class with the basic concepts which you have learned in your previous class. So today we can recall about chemical nature of substances, which is the important topic you must know in science. Let's recall about it. Listen to the video and note down the points. So, in our daily life, we are eating variety of food, isn't it, children? So, some of the food are sweet, some are sour, some are bitter, and some are salty. Things taste different because they have different chemical natures. On the basis of the chemical nature of substances, they can be classified as acidic substances, basic substances, and neutral substances. So, based on the chemical nature of substances, we can classify the substances into three types. What are they? Acidic substances, basic substances, and neutral substances. Let's learn about these substances in detail in this class. First, we can see about acidic substances. The word acid, it came from the Latin word acere, it means sour. Okay, so the word acid means sour. Okay, so it is derived from the Latin word acere. So material which contain acid are called as acidic substances. Okay, so any things which contain acids are called as acidic substances. So these acidic substances are sour in taste. Okay, so what is the taste of acid? Sour. Okay, it is sour in taste. Acids can be categorized into two types. They are organic acids and mineral acids. Okay, so what are the two types of acids? Organic acid and mineral acids. Now let's see about properties of acid. First itself I told the word acid means sour. Okay, so what is the taste of acid? It is sour in taste. Acids are corrosive in nature. What is meant by corrosive? It have the ability to corrode metals. Okay, so because of the corrosive nature of acids, they are generally stored in glasswares. Understood, children? So acids are sour in taste and they are very corrosive. Because of the corrosive nature, they are generally stored in glasswares. Now, acids are soluble in water. What is meant by solubility? It can be dissolved in water. Now, let's see about types of acids. So, as I have already told, there are two types of acids. What are they? Organic acid and mineral acid. So, let's see what is meant by organic acids. So, acids which are found in plants and animals or their products are called as organic acids. Okay, so the acid which are found in plants and animals or their products are called as organic acid. Example for organic acid is citric acid. So citric acid, we know that it is found in citrus fruits such as lemon, orange, etc. Okay, so acids which are found in plant or animal products is called as organic acids. Next, what is the second type of acid? Mineral acid. The acid derived from inorganic compounds are called as mineral acid. Example for mineral acid is hydrochloric acid. Okay, so it is the common acid which is mainly used in laboratories for different purposes. Okay, so acid which is found in plants and animals are called as organic acids. Example for organic acids is citric acid, and acid which is derived from inorganic compounds are called as mineral acid. Example for mineral acid is hydrochloric acid. Now, these organic acids are weak acids, so they are safe to consume. But mineral acids are strong acids. They are highly corrosive in nature. Okay. Next, an acid can be concentrated. If the amount of water in the acid is lesser than the acid, then it is called as concentrated acid. Okay, so acid can be said to be concentrated. What is meant by concentrated acid? In concentrated acid, amount of water will be lesser than acid. Then acid can also be called as dilute acid. What is meant by dilute acid? If the amount of water is more than the acid, then it is called as dilute acid. Understood, children? So, there are two types of acid, organic acid and mineral acid. Organic acid or weak acid, they are safe to consume, but mineral acids are strong acid. They are highly corrosive, and based on the amount of water present in the acid, we can classify it into two. What are they? Concentrated acid, dilute acid. What is meant by concentrated acid? The in concentrated acid, amount of water will be lesser than the acid, and in dilute acid, amount of water will be more than acid. Now, examples of organic acid. So, let's see some of the examples for organic acid. So, here you can see in the table some examples of organic acid such as lactic acid. So, lactic acid is present in foods such as curd, milk. Then oxalic acid, it is present in vegetables such as spinach, tomatoes. Then citric acid is present in oranges and lemons. Malic acid is present in apple. Tartaric acid present in unripe mangoes, grapes. Formic acid is present in ant sting. Acetic acid is present in vinegar. Ascorbic acid which is present in amla. Okay, so these are some of the examples of organic acid. Okay, so organic acid examples: lactic acid, oxalic acid, citric acid, malic acid, tartaric acid, formic acid, ascorbic acid, which are found in plant and animal products, which are safe to consume, and they are weak acids. Now let's see some of the example for mineral acid. So here you can see example for mineral acid. The most common example for mineral acid is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, now acetic acid. Okay, so these are some of the common mineral acid which we will use in the laboratories. Okay. Now here we can see the uses of these mineral acids. First we can see about hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is used to remove rust from metals. Sulfuric acid, it is used in automobile batteries, fertilizers, paints, plastic and dyes. Okay, so hydrochloric acid is used to remove rust from metal. It is used for cleaning sanitary ware. It is also used in the purification of common salt. Okay, hydrochloric acid is used in the purification of common salt. It is also used in the manufacture of paints and detergents. Okay, now sulfuric acid, it is called as the king of chemicals because it is an important industrial chemical. Okay, it is used in automobile batteries, fertilizers, then paints, plastic, dyes. Okay, so which is called as king of chemicals? Sulfuric acid. Now nitric acid. Nitric acid is used to manufacture fertilizers, plastic, photographic films, then explosive and dyes. Okay, then it is also used by goldsmith to clean gold and silver ornaments. Okay, so nitric acid is used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Then it is also present in plastics, photographic films. It is used for explosive and dyes, and it is also used by goldsmith to clean gold and silver ornaments. Then acetic acid. What is the function of acetic acid? It is used in food supplements such as vinegar. So to enhance the flavor of food such as pickle, we used to add vinegar, isn't it children? So acetic acid is used as vinegar to enhance the flavor of food. Not only that, it is also used as a cleaning agent to clean floors, utensils, etc. It is also used to remove stains on carpets and woodwork. It is also used as preservative in pickles. Okay, so if you are adding vinegar in pickles, it can be preserved for long time. Okay, so these are some of the mineral acids and the uses. So most commonly used mineral acids in laboratories are hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid. Among them, sulfuric acid is called as king of acid because it is used in the manufacture of many products in industries. So it is an important industrial chemical. Now basic substances. What is meant by basic substances? What are the properties of basic substances? Bases are bitter in taste. They feel soapy on touching. So when we are touching bases, we can feel soapy nature. Then bases also classified into two: strong bases and weak bases. Strong bases are very corrosive nature. Weak bases non-corrosive in nature. Bases may or may not be soluble in water. So some bases will soluble in water, some bases not soluble in water. So bases which dissolve in water or the bases which soluble in water are called as alkalis. Okay. So what is meant by alkalis? Bases which dissolve in water is called as alkalis. Now here you can see the picture of some of the bases: calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. So I have given 3 examples for bases. What are they? Calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. Now here you can see the uses of these 3 bases. So sodium hydroxide, it is used in the manufacture of soaps, textile, paper, medicines, and it is also used in the refining of petroleum. Okay, so it is used in the manufacture of soaps, it is used in textile paper industries, and is also used for making medicines. It is used in the refining of petroleum. Now ammonium hydroxide, it is a reagent, it is one of the common reagent which we use in laboratory. It will also used for making fertilizers, rayon, plastic and dyes. Now calcium hydroxide, it is used in making cement and mortar. It is also used in making bleaching powder. It is used in whitewashing. It is also used in removing acidity of soil. So these are certain uses of these bases. Now neutral substances. What is meant by neutral substances? We have seen about acidic substance and basic substance. Yes. Now neutral substance will be having either acidic or basic nature, or it will be having an equal amount of acid and base, so that the acid will neutralized by base as well as the base will be neutralized by the acid. Okay, so that is called neutral substance. So substances which contain acid and base both, it is called as neutral substance. So example for neutral substances are distilled water, sugar, urea, glucose. Okay, so what are the examples of neutral substances? Distilled water, sugar, urea, glucose. Okay, so I hope you have understood about the chemical nature of substances. In the next class we can see the indicators. Thank you.